गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have done with the first two topics of the story of Veetahavya. Veetahavya is a Muni and he is contemplating for the better, that is, he is contemplating for attending the Nirvikalpa Samadhi or attending the Jivan Mukta state. So first topic we have seen is a Prana Spanda Nirodh. Second topic which we have seen is Chitta Samadhana, the contemplation of mind. The third topic is a very important topic which is called as Kevali Bhava. This topic we will be repeating twice because this topic itself is called as state of aloneness or called as final liberation. आखिरी आखिरी पड़ाव अपने सब प्रोसेस में का आखिरी पड़ाव यानी फाइनल लिबरेशन. How come that final liberation is coming in the 18th chapter only? Yes, it is the final liberation as far as the story of Veetahavya is concerned, and finally again and again it will be repeated. यानी एक बार अगर अपने को प्रभु क्या है पता चल गया, once you know the thing, so naturally it is as good as obtained. So we'll go very slow and we'll try to understand what is this Kevali Bhav, and we'll try to do this twice so that this Kevali Bhav, that is the final liberation, will be very automatically, very naturally, it will become our part of our life, and then we'll be in a position to understand Kevali Bhav. So the Kevali Bhav is very important to begin. Before we begin the Kevali Bhav, what we can remember is an example of Kevali Bhav. Kevali Bhav example is nowadays present example is Raman Maharshi. Bhagwan Raman Maharshi has not talked for 18 consecutive years because there was nothing to talk for him. What he was feeling is the world is illusionary or world is a divine play. If the world is illusionary, there's no point talking about the illusion because we are not interested to run after the mirage water because we know it is not truth. It is only appearing, but it is never true. Similarly, this world is an appearance, so it is never true. It is a long, long dream. So this has been understood by Raman Murshi very nicely, Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa very nicely, Ma Sarda very nicely she has understood, Swami Vivekananda also understood, but he is supposed to do some worldly work. He has to propagate the religion and propagate the knowledge, so he was moving around. But the consciousness was same consciousness. हे अमृत के अधिकारी गण तुम ईश्वर की संतानो, आओ इस मिथ्या भ्रम को झटक डालो कि तुम भेड़ हो, तुम जरा मरण रहित नित्यानंदमय आत्मा हो. Meaning, you are the sons and daughters of that nectar. Amrut ki adhikar, nectar, authorized people who can take that nectar, consume that nectar. You are the sons and daughters of that same Paramatma, same Almighty. आओ इस मिथ्या भ्रम को झटक डालो. This wrong notion you have to drop. कि तुम भेड़ हो, कि you are animal, you are a man, or you are a woman. Drop this wrong notion. So what has to be continued in that case? तुम जरा मरण रहित नित्यानंदमय आत्मा हो. You cannot have a disease. You cannot die. That's what Swamiji said to all of the people. Nityanandamay Atma. So you are everlasting, you are remaining. So you are that. Remember that. Same thing has been said by the Papaji of Lucknow. He said you invest 1 second. If you cannot invest 1 second, invest half a second. If you do not have time to invest for half a second, invest at least a quarter second, so that you know that it is all divinity. There is no unfragmented consciousness is only the correct thing. So, with this small note about the different Kevali bhavas which we have seen up till now, let us start the shloka number 31, chapter number 18, and topic third Kevali bhav. एवं कलितवान् अन्त प्रशान्त मननेशन्य शनैरुच्चारयेस्तारं प्रणवं प्राप्त भूमिकः जहो इन्द्रिय तन्मात्रं तनो मात्रं जहो तत उद्दिष्ट प्रस्फुरद्रुक्पं शनं तेजो विचार्य स त्वक्त्वा तं च बभूवाथ न तमो न प्रकाशनम्. So what it said, Veetahavya, who has thus reckoned within his thinking and seeking calmed or subdued, and the yogic state, that is a state of transcendence, won, abandoned the subtle elements of the sense. That means sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. He has abandoned, slowly uttering the mystic syllable Om. तो उसने चालू क्या किया, वीतहव्य को जब पता चल गया कि it is like this, so he has done what Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha means. That means all the upasis which are coming, because all this identity which is coming, duality which is coming because of Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akash. He has dropped all. That is Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. All he has dropped, and he was calmly uttering the Om. He then abandoned the mere darkness that followed. Like after saying, let us say, recite Om once. Om. When we recited two times Omkar, there was a gap in between, that is a darkness. So what he said, he has abandoned the mere darkness that followed. Then having meditated for the moment upon the light rising from the form, spreading far and wide, and given up that also, he was in the state which was neither darkness nor illumination. What we mean by these two shloka is, all his desires are completely negated. उसकी जो कोई डिजायर्स थी, तो कौन सी डिजायर्स रहती है आदमी की, काम अर्थ धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष. So he has this dharma means lokeshna, artha means vitteshna, kama means putreshna. He has dropped lokeshna, vitteshna, and putreshna. These three desires he has dropped. And what desire he has kept? His mind is freed from the lower purushartha. उसका mind lower purushartha से freed हो गया. And he is following only one purushartha, that is moksha. Moksha purushartha. And then he started with the Tarak mantra. What is the Tarak mantra? So when he was doing this, three times Omkar and two times in gap, so he has dropped the Omkara as well as dropped the gap. So what happens is remain as a continuous continuity, which is neither darkness nor illumination, and that's what is a Purushartha for doing moksha. And he started chanting Om. Did the knowledge as well as ignorance. Knowledge और ignorance दोनों को discard कर दिया. तो what is remain is केवली भाव. ये न त्यज्यसि तत् त्यज. So what has to be dropped now? जो जिससे उसको छोड़ना है, वो भी चीज उसने छोड़ दी. For example, let us take an example of sleep. When you go to the bed, what happens? When you are tired in the evening hours, maybe late hours, 10 o'clock, you enter into the bed, enter into the quilt, switch off your light, make your room very cozy, conducive. And when you go into then you have only one desire, that I have to go to sleep. So you say, I want sleep, make all adjustment. So I want sleep, I want sleep. Till that you have a want and you have the I. Sleep doesn't come. So moment the want is dropped and I is dropped, the sleep comes automatically. So tena त्यज्यति तत् त्यज. जिससे नींद आ रही थी, आनी है, वो मन भी छोड़ दिया, तो what happens is he goes into the dormant condition. So who is present in the deep sleep में कौन present? In deep sleep there is no one is present. Only being, अपना अस्तित्व ही अपने को पता है. डीप स्लीप में अपने को सिर्फ अपना अस्तित्व ही पता है, दूसरा कुछ पता नहीं. We are there, that's all. No thoughts are there in that. No mind is there. Only we are there, and that what we are is a kevali bhav. So that's what he said. Another example was given, like पैर में काटा गया है तो दूसरा काटा लिया, तो पुराने का पहले कांटे को निकाला और दोनों कांटे फेंक दी. Similarly, when we are doing the contemplation is only meant for getting the samajhdari. Once you get the samajhdari, you have to drop all the thought process and remain one with that divine. So next shloka is 33. Tamavasta matha sadhya nimeshartham manopatat tatong samvidam swasta pratibhasam upagatam. Mind cannot pursue world without the gateways of this sense organ. शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध के बगैर मन काम ही नहीं कर सकता है. He has discarded all the worldly objects, sense organs, and then he has come to the mind. In deep sleep, I know nothing. Experience, aham kimapi na janati. You get an experience, I don't know anything. He then awakened to the essential nature and is now clear about the whole reality of the world. And what is the reality of the world? Badhit. It is badhit. It is not having any existence. It is only seems to be there, but it is not there. So presence and absence of this world has no impact on me. ये जगत का होना या न होना दोनों का मेरे पे कोई परिणाम नहीं है. For a fraction of a moment he got glimpse of light, and that light means clarity and understanding. Even that is been rejected. That is tena tyajyate tat tyaja. Therefore, all the experience we are going on, but none of the experience will trouble us. Very important. So whatever experience is going on is not going to trouble us because we know it is unfragmented, undivided consciousness. It looks as if, but it is not like that. So be happy. Always be happy like that. So know the mantra, be happy. And how this mantra will come, which has been told subsequently. No authority to argue on the any duality in this world. No complaint for this world. So now what has been said in 33-30 shloka, now having reached that state, mind fell in half the nimisha, that is a fraction of second, then the half of the nimisha, that is small fraction of second. He gave up putting on the self-abiding part, consciousness, that is individualistic consciousness, which has come to perception. उसका individual consciousness perception में आया था. So what has been said is very nicely, we have to apply that mantra, देखो, सुनो, बोलो मत. When you see around, when you listen around, but if you do not talk means that means you have no comments to offer, you have no arguments to do, you have no suggestions to give, then it is a bad sadhana. You take it not real because आप देख रहे हो और सुन भी रहे हो और कुछ बोल भी नहीं रहे हो. जब बोलता नहीं है तो बाद as if it is of no relevance to him. So that is a bad sadhana. That means mind dissolves in pure consciousness. उसका मन जो है वो प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस में डिसॉल्व हो गया. सो इंडिविजुअलिटी इज ड्रॉप्ड. वेकर डिसअपियर्स इन अ डीप स्लीप. जो वेकर रहता है वो दिन भर मस्ती कर रहा है, इधर से उधर घूम रहा है, वो डीप स्लीप में कहा जाता है. इट डिसअपियर इन द डीप स्लीप बिकॉज उसका कोई एग्जिस्टेंस ही नहीं. सिमिलरली व्यक्ति ऑल्सो गेट्स डिसॉल्व इनटू अभिव्यक्ति. जो आदमी है या औरत है दिखते हैं व्यक्ति हो, बट वो अभिव्यक्ति यानी वो जो चैतन्य है, स्वामी विवेकानंद ने बताया कि अमृत के अधिकारी गण तुम ईश्वर की संतान हो, आओ इस मिथ्या भ्रम को झटक डालो कि तुम भेड़ हो, तुम जन्म रहित नित्यानंद महात्मा हो. उसका फुल कन्विक्शन हो जाता है कि आई कैनॉट डाई, आई कैनॉट हैव अ डिसीज, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम अ नित्यानंद आत्मा, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम द unfragmented consciousness, that's why I am the self, that's why I am the divinity. So cheers. So how to cheers? Follow the procedure, that is dekho suno bolo mat. That is a bad sadhana which is very important. So, likewise, this refers to the annihilation of the individuality and entry into the state of undivided consciousness in yogic samadhi. So, he is remaining in the world, very normal, very common man, enjoying with the people, talking with the people. People feel as if he's a fool, he doesn't understand anything, इसको कुछ समझता नहीं, बुद्धू है, इसकी तो अपन अच्छे से खिंचाई कर सकते हैं, कुछ नहीं समझता, but yeah, heart in heart he knows everything because he's only having the divine play अंदर ही अंदर उसको सब पता है कि because he has an undivided consciousness, nothing to worry because it is बाद देखो सुनो बोलो मत. So that is a bad status for him, and naturally what happens is he remains very happy internally because outside he knows outside the world is long 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 dream, outside world is illusionary, or outside world is divine. You take anything, you either take it divine or take it illusionary. Both the effect of both the things are same. With this 35th shloka, पश्यन्ति पदमासाद्य सत्ता मात्र मात्रात्मकं तथा सुषुप्त पदमालम्ब्य तस्यो गिरिवाचला. Very important श्लोक. Having reached the state or position that is prashanti. What is this prashanti? Prashanti is far far away from shanti and ashanti. Shanti is a normal state. What human being says is, "Oh, I don't want Ashanti, I want Shanti, I want peace." So he is after the peace. He wants to drop Ashanti. But what is this Prashanti is? He is far, far ahead. He doesn't want Shanti, he doesn't want Prashanti. Any example for this? Yes. Udiya Baba. Udiya Baba, there are so many examples. We'll take a Udiya Baba example is Udiya Baba used to take lectures and talk to the people, and people used to gossip when this his talk is going on. Some people will run away here and there. Some people will come and sit in the chair also when he is delivering the talk. But nothing used to happen to Udiya Baba because he was one with the divine. He has never bothered. So that was his status of mind. That means Prashanti. Irrespective of whether there is a Shanti or Ashanti, he used to be always in Prashant status. That is Pashyanti Padamasadya Satta Matratmakam Tata. So he knows he is only Satta Matra. So differentiation between knower and known, Jad and Chetan, has not happened. He cannot distinguish Jad or Chetan में कोई नहीं कर सकता. And that's what he was his state. And Satta Matra means seed has not been germinated yet. He remains as if in a seed form. It is not yet germinated. That means world is not yet created for him. This is the state when we are in a deep sleep. You go to the sleep and wake up in the morning, maybe 5 o'clock or whatever the time when your 5 o'clock takes place, early morning. So whenever you wake up, that second you find out who are you? Who are you? Are you a woman or are you a man? Are you an officer or are you a servant? Are you a god or are you a demon? Check that state. That time you are nothing because that time what happens is world is not yet created. जगत तुम्हारे माइंड में क्रिएट ही नहीं हुआ. Maybe after a few seconds the world will start creating. Okay, my brother, my husband, my daughter, my wife, likewise my work, my morning walk, my prayers, all that my will start. But if you're in deep sleep and you get out of that, he is absolutely steady at that moment. And that's why it is recommended that during the morning hours, when you get up and get yourself cleaned, you do your morning activities and immediately sit for meditation for some time. If you sit for meditation for some time, automatically your mind will remain in individuality because all the thoughts which were gathered earlier day gets dissolved in the night, that is get suspended till we start the thought in the morning. जगत में थॉट्स चालू की करने के पहले ही अगर मेडिटेशन कर लिया तो क्या हो जाएगा, आप अपने अभिव्यक्ति में रहोगे, व्यक्ति आपका डिसॉल्व हो जाएगा अभिव्यक्ति और आप नारायण के साथ एक रहोगे. डिफ्रेंसिएशन बिटवीन द नोन एंड नोअर खत्म हो जाएगा. जड़ चेतन में का आपको फर्क नहीं समझेगा और तब आप केवली भाव में रहोगे. सो यू विल नॉट बी इन अ सीड फॉर्मेशन स्टेट. सीड तुम्हारा फॉर्म हुआ नहीं रहेगा, तब तुम एकदम आनंद में रहोगे. तो मॉर्निंग में दैट्स व्हाई इट इज रिकमेंडेड अर्ली मॉर्निंग्स फॉर प्रेयर्स, अर्ली मॉर्निंग्स फॉर मेडिटेशन, अर्ली मॉर्निंग्स फॉर happy things are all recommended by all saints. So next shloka, Shushupte Stairyamasadya तुर्ये रूपम उपाययो निरानंदोऽपि चानंद सच्चा सच्चापि तत्र स चिन्मयो चिन्मयश्रापि नेति नेति युदुच्यते. It is not bliss of anything. It is a bliss by itself. ये किसी का bliss नहीं है. Like bliss we know is a bliss of enjoyment, bliss of getting good food, bliss of sleep, bliss what not we keep on. But it is not like this. It is the bliss itself. ये सच्चिदानंद वही है. It is महाकारण. That means having obtained firmness or steadiness in that state of profound repose, he arrived at the state of turiya. That is the fourth state of consciousness. There he was blissful, though devoid of bliss, was existence as well as non existence, and full of consciousness as well as not consciousness, which is described as not this, not this, neti neti. That's why it has been philosophically in Vedas or Upanishads, it is said neti neti, ye wo nahi hai, ye wo nahi hai. You keep on dropping everything, and what remains you cannot utter by our tongue, and that is what it is the divinity. The apparently paradoxical statement expresses the fact of fourth state of consciousness transcendent experience and it defies definition. So it is the happiness less happiness. उसमें आनंद विरहित आनंद. See the contradiction. Waves are birthless, deathless ocean. एग्जाम्पल दिया है कि वो बर्थलेस डेथलेस ओशन है. वो ओशन ही है, ऊपर नीचे होती रहती है. कोई सुनामी कहता है, कोई छोटी वेव्स कहता है. मीनिंग व्हाट? ओशन इटसेल्फ इज कॉल्ड एज वेव. वो नारायण को ही अपन ने यहाँ पे उसका जागृत रूप देखा गया है, उसका एक्सपांशन, उसका ये देखना है. उसी को नारायण बोलने के बजाय अपन जगत बोलते हैं. इज एंड इज नॉट, सत एंड असत, एंड बियॉन्ड दैट. If you cannot talk about our absence, then it is not necessary to talk about I am. Yes, I mean, now I am talking to you all through this YouTube propagation. So I'll always say I'm not going to go and check whether I am there or not. I'll not go and ask someone, hey, please check whether I am there or not. Because you know you are there. When you know you are there, there is no point checking your absence. Because you know you are there. I am. It is beyond Sat and Asat. In the truth absolute, there is neither existence, nor consciousness, nor bliss. It is all by itself. वो खुद ही रहता है. So therefore, when wise is seated in the absolute, he does not talk at all. जो wise आदमी रहता है, वो कोई भी बात नहीं करता है. He will not talk about scriptures. He will not talk about bliss. He will not talk about the existence, because he knows he is all. He is one and all. This is why Raman Maharshi was established in silence. Was established in silence. श्लोक नंबर 40. स्वानुभूतेकमात्रं च सर्वं च सर्वगं तथा यत् यत् एकं चाप्येनैकं च विजरामरणं पदम्. Then he become that which is indestructible even by the speech, which is the Purusha, the person of spirit of Shankha Yoga. So also the Brahman and the knower of Brahman, name of which supreme spirit or ultimate reality is referred in Vedas, Shiva for the follower of cult of Shiva, personality, Godhead according to Satan, all of those whose minds are even, only good, which is a true logical conclusion of all the scriptures, which corresponds to the heart of all, which is the unsurpassed steady illuminator of even luminous body, which is one's own direct cognitions also, which is the all also all pervading, which is the one and also the many, and which is the abode, devote of decay and death. देखो स्वामी जी ने जो बताई बात यहाँ वही बात बताया जा रहा है. इट इज द अबाउट डिहोट ऑफ डीके एंड डेथ. हे अमृत के अधिकारी गण, ईश्वर की संतान हो, आओ इस मिथ्या भ्रम को झटक डालो कि तुम भेड़ हो, तुम जरा मरण रहित नित्यानंदमय आत्मा हो. So many विशेषण आर गिवन हियर. यू आर डिहोट ऑफ डीके एंड डेथ. आप मर भी नहीं सकते और डीके भी नहीं हो सकते. ऐसी आत्मा हो. आप पुरुष हो, आप ब्राह्मण हो, आप सुप्रीम स्पिरिट हो. आपको लोग जो कहते हैं आप वो शिवा हो, यू आर दैट शिवा, यू आर दैट गॉड हेड, यू आर लॉजिकल कंक्लूजन ऑफ ऑल स्क्रिप्चर्स, यू आर वेरी मच सिटिंग इन द हार्ट ऑफ एवरीवन, every devotee. You are surpassed and you are steady illuminator of the luminous body, and you are there only as a direct cognition. आप ही हो, and which is all and also all pervading. आप ही सब तरफ pervade कर रहे हो. आप ही हो, which is one and also the many. You are one as well as many. That means It is only चिदाकाश. You are the only 100% solid conscious existence. आप ही सब तरफ present हो. ये श्लोक बहुत ही important है. What is the श्लोक? 40 number. स्वानुभूतेकमात्रं च सर्वं च स्वर्गं तथा यत एकं चाप्यनेकं च विजारा मरणं पदम्. What is said is last is first thing. Abode devote of decay and death. You are that abode. वो एक आप ऐसा स्थान हो जिसको कोई डीके भी नहीं है और उसको डेथ भी नहीं है. Death is an illusion. My dear friends, drop this misconcept that death is a reality. Death is only leaving one cloth, one shirt you are taking out and wearing another shirt. So if you take out one shirt because it is dirty and wear a new shirt with a proper iron and ring, proper crease as a wrinkle. You wear that shirt. So are you worried about that? No, you are happy. Similarly, when you leave the body, you should be happy because that shirt was getting torn off, it was bad, so you are wearing new shirt. So similarly, decay is also not there. Shirt is getting mutilated. You are not getting mutilated. You are param abhorred. That's why you are one as well as many. That's why you are all supreme spirit. That's why you are Brahmin. That's why you are Purusha. That's why you are Godhead. That's why you are only good. That's why the Shiva, the follower of cult of Shiva. Shiva को क्या बोले हैं? Om Namah Shivaya. That's why he is the supreme spirit, supreme personality of Godhead according to the sect. Because सब लोग बोलते हैं शिव, Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva is the ultimate. And what is this ultimate Shiva? It is one without second. So that's what every explanation which is required that has been given here as far as the scripture is concerned. And not only that, it is also said that what are the end of scriptures? Very nicely it is said that which is a true logical conclusion of all the scriptures. जितने के scriptures, it is not only about Hindu mythology, it is about all the religious scriptures. जो कुछ scriptures है, उसी का end भी यही है. So last shloka out of this today is त्रिशद्वर्ष सहस्राणि विहैतेव यथा सुखम वीतहव्य शशामेव पुनर्जन्म विवर्जितम्. So with this, what has happened is, having passed 30,000 years, thus at pleasure, Veetahavya become quiet or extinguished, destitute of rebirths. What has happened is, Veetahavya has understood, boss, this death is only to the body, I have no death. So he remain in that state of pleasure state for 30,000 years. How it is possible? 30,000 years, we cannot imagine 100 years. When you are talking about 100 years, then you are talking about body. But when you are talking about the consciousness, it is infinite. Nothing has happened, nothing will ever happen, and nothing is going to happen. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Life is a time pass. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं. जो थारी रहा है वो मारी रहा है. Wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. You have to remain there. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Live the life with a zero complaint level. You cannot have a complaint of the life because it is all divine. It is a divine life. It cannot be complained. There cannot be complaint about one hand to the another hand. So that's what has been told in this shloka, and that's why it has been said that Veetahavya has stayed for more than 30,000 years in this pleasure. When you know that there is only nectar, nectar, nectar. When you know that it is much beyond than the peace, that is a prashanti. It is not shanti and ashanti. When you know that it is beyond is and is not. When you know that it is beyond sat and asat. So what is that? It is only a kevali bhav. It is only the kevali bhav, and he remained quiet in that because he know he is that, and that's why it is said that prashanta mananeshana. He has discarded knowledge and ignorance. सब कुछ discard. That means वो दोनों कांटे उसने फेंक दिए. इग्नोरेंस का कांटा जो गड़ा था पैर में, वो नॉलेज के कांटे से निकाल दिया, और इग्नोरेंस और नॉलेज दोनों कांटे फेंक दिए और कहा रह गए केवली भाव, आई एम एग्जिस्टिंग. So then the mind becomes immaculate pure, and the immaculate pure mind is a pure consciousness. So he has dropped everything and remained tranquil, blissful, happy, peaceful, contented, and overall relaxed, cheerful, and in a relaxed condition forever. So he has dropped his status even of the Jivan Mukti and reached to the place called as Videha Mukti. So nothing is going to disturb his presence or absence of this world has no impact on him. And for a fraction of moment also, nothing is going to trouble him. All the experience are going on, but none of the experience troubles him. That is what the state of Kevali Bhav. Try to understand this Kevali Bhav by the grace of that Almighty. And we pray that Almighty to give us also strength to understand this Kevali Bhav. This Kevali Bhav will again repeat it tomorrow, maybe with a better version. With this, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sri Ramachandra Pranamastu. I appeal to the people who have not listened it today completely or maybe somewhere missed it, listen it at least once or twice so that this Kevali Bhav will be very perfected because this Kevali Bhav is a very important topic which is there in the chapter number 18, third topic. With this, sincere thanks.